Oh, boy.
Terry, is this one of the tougher nights of the year because you built goodwill back with that series in San Francisco? You know, even though you lost 2 or 3 to San Diego, have a night like this.
Kevin, when you get beat like this tonight, it's one of those games you just check it off the calendar and get ready for tomorrow. That's why we ran the pitching the way we ran it. We had to get some guys some work. You know, that we didn't want them to get a lot of work. Ran him in there. Told Frankie, called out the bullpen, look, just get in. You need to get on the mound. Obviously, the edge is missing. He doesn't pitch the way you want him to. But you know, those closers, we all have seen that before. But you know, it's just one of those nights that you just forget about it. We're gonna reach in the bag of tricks tomorrow and try to come up with something to find some energy.
Is that easier to do just because you were talking about pregame how really you have been in every game? Is that easier to do because of that?
Yeah. And again, this is not typical of any way we played, even during our bad stretch. Right now, tonight's just to forget it. Let's just move on.
You know, Chris had the rookie start in San Francisco, but overall, I guess if you look at his last 4 starts, are you concerned at some of the big swings teams are getting?
I'm a little concerned about it. He's certainly, he's always lived with location. He's one of those kind of guys that really has a game plan, has to stick to it, and when he falls behind in certain counts, he can get hurt because he just, he's got to locate the ball in areas that he doesn't have much success. So I know he's really frustrated with himself tonight, but again, he looked up in the 5th inning. We're still there. We were right to, we just couldn't score.
So I guess from the way you say, just chalk this up to one night and move on, there aren't necessarily any warning signs you see of this thing maybe spiraling out of control?
Oh, there really isn't. I had conversations in the last 2 days with 6 or 7 of the players in that room, trying to make sure that they got themselves ready, stayed positive, realized we had to play through some things, tried to get them prepared, and then this happens tonight. So you just, again, you shrug your shoulders and say, look, we got a game in 12 hours. Get some dinner, get some rest, let's go. So.
Just the fact that the losing streak now is at 9 games at home, is that something, aside from the obvious, is it something to be concerned about, just that it builds?
Yeah, Dan, we remember last year we didn't play good at home. And it was a huge concern of mine last year due to the shape of the fact that the ballpark was so big, and the kind of game we played where we ran the bases, and we didn't have a lot of power, but we just didn't play good here. Right now, the ballpark's reconfigured. Guys play here we've had confidence playing here in the first half. Right now, there's nothing we do that's right. So we just gotta, again, this is when you cinch up your belt, reach inside, find out what you're made of. I know who wants to compete the last 50 games of this season, and because those are the guys you're going to want on the team.
Yeah.
Anybody? All right, thank you.